Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. So today, we are going to look at literally the most incredible, complex, and highly coordinated construction project on Earth. And you want to know the best part? It's actually happening inside your own body, right at this very second. We're talking about the structural blueprint of life itself. Every single living thing out there is highly organized, and today we're going to decode exactly how biology builds you, step by step, right from the ground up. To really wrap our heads around this, we are going to zoom all the way out from the microscopic level up to a complete living human being. So our agenda today covers 5 distinct levels: cells, tissues, organs, organ systems, and finally organisms. Okay, let's dive into this structural roadmap. You can kind of think of this hierarchy like a massive biological skyscraper. Notice how at each step, from cell to tissue to organ system and organism, the complexity just scales up. Every single level becomes significantly more complex and specialized than the one right before it. And just like a literal building, if the foundation fails, well, the whole thing comes crashing down. All right, let's start focused and precise at level 1, cells, the basic building blocks. Just like a single brick is the foundation of a house, the cell is the absolute fundamental basis of all living organisms. It's the smallest unit of life. But hey, don't let the size fool you. These tiny bricks are incredibly busy. They're carrying out literally all the activities necessary to keep you alive. They're obtaining nutrients, releasing energy, clearing out waste, reproducing, and even responding to stuff going on around them. Now, what's really interesting about this is the stark difference in the blueprints between plant and animal cells. You see, how a cell is structured totally dictates its function. Plant cells have these really rigid cell walls and chloroplasts for making food, which gives them a distinct, almost rectangular shape. But animal cells, like yours, they don't have cell walls or chloroplasts, which allows them to be round or just kind of irregular in shape. The design fits exactly what the organism needs to actually survive. And inside your body right now, these tiny bricks are highly specialized to do very specific jobs. I mean, you've got red blood cells acting as this microscopic delivery service, zipping around transporting oxygen. You have nerve cells rapidly carrying messages, and muscle cells contracting to help you move around. Even plants have specialized units, right? Like root hair cells that are specifically designed to absorb water and minerals from the soil. But what happens when you actually start stacking those bricks together? Well, that brings us to level 2, tissues, cells working together. So the crucial point is that a single cell can only really do so much on its own. When a group of similar cells with the exact same structure team up to do the exact same job, they get an upgrade. They become a tissue. It's like taking those individual bricks and finally mortaring them together to build a really strong, functional wall. Let's look at some relatable examples of animal tissues functioning inside you right now. You've got muscle tissue, which includes your heart and leg muscles, and that's what enables movement. Nervous tissue, that transmits messages. Epithelial tissue is absolutely crucial because it actually forms your skin and the lining of your organs, covering and protecting you. And connective tissue, that supports and connects your body parts. It literally makes up your blood, your cartilage, and your bones. Let's bring back our map for a second. So we've moved from cell to tissue. And this brilliantly illustrates how these structures don't just work efficiently on their own. Tissues actually combine to build our next structural level, which allows the organism to function at a much higher capacity. Which takes us right to level 3, organs performing complex tasks. Now, if tissues are the walls, organs are the actual rooms of our living building. An organ is a structure made up of entirely different tissues that are all working together to perform a particular function. And because you're combining totally different types of tissues, each with different specific jobs, organs are suddenly capable of taking on much more complex tasks than a single tissue ever could on its own. The heart is the absolute perfect example of this. Think about it. To successfully pump blood throughout your entire body, the heart relies on muscle tissue to contract, nervous tissue to send this signal to actually beat, and connective tissue to hold the whole shebang together. All of it working in total unison. Similarly, your lungs carry out gas exchange, your brain controls body activities, and in a plant, roots act as an organ to anchor it and absorb water. But here is the big question for you. How do these complex organs actually manage to keep us alive? I mean, a heart can't do much if the blood has nowhere to go, right? A brain is completely useless without a body to control. They need a network. And that leads us to level 4, organ systems, major body functions. Let's move to and see how this builds into an organ system. This is basically where the individual rooms in our building get wired together with plumbing, electricity, and ventilation. An organ system is just a group of organs that work together to perform a major vital function in the body. Every single organ has its specific role, but together they accomplish massive tasks. By coordinating these functions, organ systems improve the body's efficiency and they help maintain homeostasis, that perfect internal balance that's required for life. You're actually running several of these major systems right now. The respiratory system is obtaining oxygen. The circulatory system is transporting it. But look at the digestive system as a prime example here. Your mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. They all form a literal biological assembly line, working sequentially to break down your food and absorb nutrients. It's one continuous, highly coordinated process. And finally, we reach the top floor of our biological hierarchy. Level 5, organisms, the complete living thing. This is it, the final result of our incredible construction project. An organism is a complete living thing. It's capable of carrying out all life processes entirely independently. At this top level, the entity can interact with its environment, it can reproduce and pass traits down to its offspring, and it can contribute to entire ecosystems. What's absolutely mind-blowing about this is the sheer scale of what qualifies as an organism. On one hand, you have unicellular organisms, right? Like an amoeba, a paramecium, or bacteria. Literally just one single cell independently performing all life functions. And then, on the other hand, you have multicellular organisms, like trees, birds, dogs, and, well, us humans, where millions or even trillions of specialized cells have to work together just to maintain life. So let's tie this all together by walking through this ultimate summary pathway. Look at how beautifully unbroken this chain is. It all starts with a single, microscopic muscle cell. When those group together, they form muscle tissue. Then, that tissue wraps together with others to construct an organ, like the heart. The heart connects to blood vessels to form an organ system, the circulatory system. And finally, that system works with all the others to form the complete organism, a complex human being. You. It truly is a marvel of biological engineering. An organism consists of trillions of specialized cells working perfectly together. So as you go about the rest of your day, I want you to think about that living architecture. From the smallest cell to the largest organ system, what level of this incredible organization is working inside you right now? Keep learning, keep wondering, and we will see you in the next explainer.